Let's talk about something pretty much every business goes through. You start out, and the first thing you get is some basic accounting software, right? It makes total sense for handling invoices and keeping the books. But what happens when your business really starts to take off? And this is the question you've got to ask yourself. Is that tool that was so helpful in the beginning now the very thing that's putting the brakes on your growth? It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's a super important question. And the warning signs are usually staring you right in the face. Things just start to feel clunky. You're seeing delays where there weren't any before. Little errors keep popping up. And the big one, the inventory numbers in your system just never seem to match what's actually on the shelves. These aren't just little annoyances. They're huge red flags that lead to slow decisions, missed sales, and way too much cash tied up in stock. And that's really the heart of it. That software you know and trust isn't just struggling to keep up. It's actually become a bottleneck. It is silently, quietly holding your business back from what it could be. Okay, so if the signs are all there, why the hesitation? Why do so many people wait? It's a totally fair question, and the answer? Well, it's not really about logic. It's about fear. I mean, let's be real. We get comfortable. The system you have, it's familiar. Change of any kind feels like a huge risk. And then you hear that term ERP, and it just sounds expensive and complicated, doesn't it? But maybe the biggest fear of all, the thought of losing all those years of your precious business data. These are real concerns, so let's just tackle them head on. First things first, let's just bust this myth right now. Moving to a modern system doesn't mean you hit a delete button on your history, not at all. Your old data, your old software, it can all be kept right where it is, accessible whenever you need to look back at it. Nothing gets lost. Now, let's talk about the money. We need to reframe this. An ERP system isn't just another line item expense. It's an investment in being smarter. It's an investment that pays you back by letting you, say, predict your inventory needs for the next 3 months instead of just scrambling when you run out of something today. And you can forget that idea that you need a team of tech geniuses to run it. That's old news. Seriously, the game has completely changed. Modern ERPs are built for actual human beings, with interfaces that are incredibly intuitive and way easier to learn than you'd think. Okay, now this is where it all clicks. Just look at the difference here. With your old accounting software, you're basically just doing billing and looking at what happened in the past. But with an ERP, you're tracking everything from purchase to sale in real time. You go from doing tedious manual work to having automated workflows do it for you. You go from having these little keyhole views of your business to seeing the entire picture all at once. It's like night and day. So yeah, ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning, but what it really means for you is visibility, control, and making way smarter decisions. It's about having the power to see what's truly going on, like knowing who your most profitable customers are, not just your biggest ones. So just imagine for a second, what if you could have all that power? The real-time info, the automation, those deep insights, but what if it was as simple and easy to use as the software you're on right now? That sounds pretty good, right? 1 week. No, that's not a typo. That's how fast someone can get totally up to speed on a truly modern ERP system. Just think about that. That whole fear of a long, complicated training process, it just disappears. And here's the kicker. You don't need to be a tech person. You started a business to run your business, not to become an IT expert. A modern system is built for you and your team, plain and simple. And once you realize you can get all that enterprise power without the traditional headache, the entire conversation just flips. The question stops being, why should I do this? And it instantly becomes, okay, how fast can we make this happen? And look, this isn't some fantasy. This new way of thinking is exactly what companies like BRS Software have built their entire platform around. They're creating modern ERPs specifically to solve these problems for growing businesses like yours. And they are a perfect example of what you should be looking for. You get a system that's powerful enough to give you deep, granular control, but simple enough that your whole team can pick it up in no time. It's flexible, so it fits your business whether you're in retail, wholesale, manufacturing, you name it. And maybe most importantly, it's actually affordable, often costing about the same as the less capable systems you're already paying for. And I really want this to sink in. This isn't about just installing a new program. This is about giving the entire engine of your business a massive upgrade. You're fundamentally transforming how you operate, making everything faster, smarter, and more connected. So the path forward is actually pretty clear. Step one is just a shift in your mindset, deciding to move away from the old limitations and toward new possibilities. And from there, the next two steps, upgrading your software and upgrading your business, well, they happen at the exact same time. Ultimately, it all boils down to this one thought. You have worked so hard to grow your business. You've pushed through challenges and jumped on opportunities. So, isn't it finally time you had software that does the same? Software that doesn't just keep up, but actually helps you lead the way?